All right, April 11th, 2011. We have our first tomato growing in our barrel aquaponics system. Oh, here's another one. This is growing in our raised bed. So we'll have to compare the growth between the aquaponics and the raised bed tomatoes. Okay, so we just finished today's work, and let me tell you, we did quite a bit. The system is really coming along. It is really almost done. We just have a couple of more things to put on. We're kind of at a stopping point tonight because it's getting dark, and we are missing two 1-inch 90s for the fill, but I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the basic designs of the system, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go ahead and look at is the actual fish tanks. Now you can see that piece of steel that we laid down, and we moved the totes on onto the top. So you can see down here that we've really put some concrete in. These are some pressure treated blocks that it's kind of sitting on, just the corners, and it's been leveled out really good, and it's really been placed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys just the tanks. Okay, so this is the back side of the greenhouse, and you can see that the tanks have been lined up, and we will connect the tanks with a line from here to here, and then something in the middle for a drain, which will come down here, down to the edge of the property, all the way down there. So that's the drainage, and so I mean, it's kind of these tanks are kind of high off the ground, and I'm pretty happy about that, because we'll probably it's going to help eliminate some lift that for the pump, so it'll go ahead and take some pressure off the pumps that way. So we'll probably have, these are the tanks. You can see that some of the there's some of the plastic from the jigsaw, but we cut the tops off these tanks, both of them. They got some stuff in them, but it's no big deal. We can just wash it out with the hose. But I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of how these tanks are going to sit. So we'll build covers for these, and then we'll insulate the tanks. And we're also, by the end of the summer, before it starts getting cold, we're going to go ahead and put up a little building around the foundation here, just to provide another level or another layer of insulation for the tanks, because it does get a little cold here during the winter time, and the tilapia aren't going to like that. So we'll have a heater that's probably in the center, that's connected to a thermostat that'll click on in the winter time if we need to. So okay, so this is bed number one. As you can see, we got the liner in, and we also put some water in just to test the seals on these drains. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the edges of these are kind of tapered a little bit, so there's a little bit of a point, and we don't want that point on there. So what we did was, instead of grinding or cutting these down, we like the height, just in case roots go down to the bottom. We put some of this acrylic in, just to kind of sit over the drains, and just so this will sit on here and not damage the pond liner in any way. I mean, I don't think it would anyway, but better safe than sorry. So this is our first bed, and I'm gonna take you over to the second bed and the strawberry towers. Okay, so you can see that bulkhead adapter, and this is the bed against the back wall. It's our largest bed, and we have a drain here, and we have a drain right here, and we just have some silicone around it, and it's been tightened really good, so I don't have to worry about the water leaking. The hole goes right down, and we will plumb that into our sump tank, probably in the next day or two. We're going to be working on this off and on for the next couple of days, just to kind of wrap it up. But you'll see our strawberry towers have been plumbed in, and they're just kind of resting on the edge of the bed there, so we won't have any support issues. The water line right there has been fastened to the support of the greenhouse. And you'll see that, so ours are not going to be set up to run on a timer. Ours are going to be set up just to run 24 hours a day, just like the grow beds, because these are actually the spouts that are going to fill up this grow bed. So we're going to have 6 inlets on this one, because we wanted the back to be full of grow space, just to use up all the space we can. So the water will come out from the fish tank up and over to this manifold right here, and it'll send water this way towards bed number 1, and we'll have a 90 right there, and then this will travel all the way down, kind of like this, and but we'll have one here. It'll come all the way down. The water will travel over. It'll come to this one, travel down, and the water will come here, and it will actually travel this way to our downspout, and I'll come back to that in a second. So the water is going to be traveling two ways, this way and actually this way. And we haven't done it like this before, but we've never done anything like this before. So we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll just cut one end and cap it. It's not really a big deal. But we're going to be adding a bunch more valves on here. You can see one here, but we have to add 4 more to kind of control the water flow, because the water's going to be coming in from both sides. So yeah, so as you can see, these towers are set up really well, and I'm going to be growing the dwarf tomato plants in here. These cups are about 9 inches deep, and we'll probably get some root balls towards the end of the summer, but whatever, we can just replace those plants every year. It's not a big deal, because I think we're going to get a ton of growth. Okay, so water's going to travel across this line, and it's going to come to this T right here, and then we have a valve that's going to send water down to our floating raft system. So it's going to come in here, and I'm going to go ahead and explain this little seat here in a second. But the water will travel in this way and out here. This is our floating raft. So we'll go ahead and have a piece of styrofoam sitting on the top of the level, and we will attach a standpipe to this inlet, probably just a 90, threaded 90, 1 1/4 inch, threaded, and it'll probably just stick straight up. And that'll be the water line, or that'll be the water level of our floating raft system. So let me go ahead and show you how this filter works. I don't actually have the filter material yet. I think it's pronounced Matala, but it's a plastic mesh of thin fibers that we're going to use to filter out the solids. So if you can see this here, we actually have a piece of acrylic that's kind of wedged in there and sitting in the filter, and I'll explain how this works. So the water will come down from that side of the bed, and let me go ahead and remove the top here. Let's set this here. So the water will come down to here, and dividing this space up here will be the Matala filter. So we'll have one here, one here, one here, or I think we're gonna have a total of 4 in between these holes where the water flows through. So the water will have to come from this side, flow through all the Matala, and out to the actual grow bed itself. So this acrylic just kind of sits here against this 2x2, and it actually it's pretty solid. So that's what the top is for. So we'll go ahead and stick an aerator just on the top, plug into this power outlet, and it'll aerate in between each set of Matala, and that will be our biofilter for our grow bed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this back together, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. This is our almost completed greenhouse. I just wanted to give you guys a preview. Probably in the next, I don't know, maybe next week we'll have a launching of this, but I'm going to be shooting a couple more videos this week to get one out tomorrow. So this you're probably watching this in the morning, and then I'll have another one probably Thursday for you guys. But until then, subscribe to the channel, like our fan page at Facebook fan page at HD Aquaponics, and I don't know if the website should be launched this week, so hdaquponics.com. Be sure to check that out, and I'll advertise it on the Facebook fan page. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching.